Hey all, 118 Set Shadow here. So, the main set that we're looking at for this month is Illusionless Strife, which is the second of the Divine sets. But to start off today's Market Watch, we're going to look further ahead than that this time around at Festival 2024, where with a lot of my prior Market Watches, I've been pointing out some reprints for promo cards that are going to be in this set. And then there were some that I was talking about which I completely forgot are getting reprinted in this set. So I just wanted to take a quick look at the current Japanese list and see what's actually getting reprinted in here. Festival 2024 has a high amount of different reprints between promos and non-promos that we're going to see. Sutodachi, for instance, is one of the bigger Shododoji and Megalo support cards, which has been up and down on the market quite a lot, mostly up for its copies. And then Kunai is another Shododoji support card. Well, we have Madog, which recently saw a buyout on the market, given that we have Harry's announcement, and then there's also Luki or Venus's announcement driving that price. Valkyracia is also getting reprinted in here. We just got its additional reprint as part of Fated Clash's booster campaign. So getting reprinted again, well, at least it'll be a whole lot more available. We've got Broad Felvis for hero support, and then we've also got monster support in here in Sawad, I think his name was. And Archite is getting more support in Divine Set 3, which was what initially drove this price, but do keep in mind, this is getting reprinted in 2024 as well. Security Upgrader, which also got reprinted in Fated Clash, is coming in here too. Garden is also getting reprinted. And this is one of the ones that I pointed out on my Market Watch and forgot this one was getting reprinted in here. It is Brave Shooter, that's right. And this one is Maelstrom support. Friendship Fairy's also in here. Other stuff to point out. Yasmin for Kyrie is in here. But Yasmin's already pretty low in value at this point. Then we've got Henry, which was the box topper for the Triple Drive set. Not a promo, but we've also got Aegis, who was one of the biggest cards to come out of Festival 2023. Claudine is in here too. The Sapient Owl for Bastion is also in here. And even Yuika's getting yet another reprint in this set too. The thing is, even with all these reprints, one thing to notice that this is a really popular set looking at pre-orders, because I'm just taking a look at my usual sources for trying to pick up boxes, and box prices I'm looking at for pre-order are in the 60s right now from where I've usually looked. And then I can't find any more case pre-orders available at this point. Between all of the new Dual Nation cards, the reprint of the Counter Heals, and a lot of other just good reprints among these promos and non-promos, this set is shaping up to look pretty good overall. Not to say that it doesn't have its duds, every single set has its duds, but it has a lot of good value to justify its, I would say, to somewhat justify that price. On the flip side, though, there is something I want to talk about for Divine Set 3 for the English release. Bushiroad made an announcement earlier on Twitter where it looks like they are just going to be taking the Flight of Chakrabarti Set 13 promo packs, and they're just revamping them for Divine Set 3, which means we'll get cards like Muna, Sapient Owl, Luster Impact, or Elise, which lots of these cards are already well past their prime in terms of playability for the competitive format, at least. There are some popular series that are in here, like Bastion, Prison. But ultimately, this just feels like a lazy move on Bushiroad's part, where they're just not giving us new promos to work with. And more than likely, this is going to be our box topper as well, which will make it... Because this is listed as the Tournament Store campaign, but more than likely we'll get this as a box topper as well, which would be, again, it's just, it feels lazy to me. We really should have just been getting some new promos more aligned to what we are supposed to be getting for set 3. Now, looking ahead to cards that are going to be announced next, we're currently in the position of getting Lyrical Divine Set 1 announced right now, and there are two of the big grade 3 units are getting announced this week. The first one is Lilfa, which has been the most neglected of all the units in Lyrical Set 3 right now. The triple rare, it has 12 listings available, and it has a market price under $1 right now. And even with the announcement of this card getting new support, you look at the FFR and the LSR, I mean, of all the LSRs that we've seen from Lyrical Set 3, this is the only one that's underneath $100, and on top of that still has listings available. $90 is the market price with the $90 base listing, and the FFR currently has a market price of $11.50, but a base price of $22. So that's the only one that's actually higher than its current market price right now. We'll have to see what Lilfa ends up doing, and see if Bushiroad ends up salvaging it. But again, kind of like what they did with Medial, it's very unlikely that you'll even need the original Alifa in order to play the new one. The same goes for Hasseret. This one has not been getting as much attention either, like Lilfa, but it seems to be a bit more of a fan favorite, and currently the triple rare is sitting at just above $550. The LSR for this one is 170 base, but its market price is $107.50, while the FFR for this one is aligned with its market price with its listing. It's around $20 there. So these are the two to watch out for this week, in addition to watching out for some of their support cards. Like Else, which is Lilfa support, this one is currently 25 cents market price, and then 50 cents market price on the FR, so still very easy to pick up. And then you've got Rabilia, which this one doesn't specify Hasseret specifically, but the way it works is intended to be more so for Hasseret, and this one is cheap to pick up too. 78 cents right now for the FR on the market price, and then 18 cents on the regular RR. Later on, we're also going to get Kyoka announced, and I just wanted to take a look back to the special issue Shooting Star, which has only gotten its printing in Fated Clash as a promo. It has a ton of listings available. 31 cents for the regular one for market price, and it's just over $250 when it comes to the market price on the foil version. However, there are an enormous amount of copies available for under $1 for the foil version. So if you're looking to foil out Kyoka before it gets announced, this is a good price to pick up, in my opinion. Then you've also got Liviora, where we've had Medial's announcement. Now we have to wait on Hasseret to see if that can salvage this card at all, given that all of its copies are really cheap to pick up right now. There are two different foil versions of it, where right now the more expensive foil is the non-full art version, which I'm surprised to see. That one's market price is about $2, while the market price of the foil full art is currently 38 cents. And the foils are around the same amount of listings too. Looks like it's consolidated at $1 though. And there aren't that many lists. There are a few copies available that you can still pick up under that with some level of consolidation. In fact, someone's got 4 copies for 10 cents each, but it is $1.75 shipping, so just keep that in mind. Plutonic Prospector, which is Evil Eye and Unica support. This one, Almagester support, that's right. This one has been going down in value a little bit and has listings back on the market now. We've got 22 listings on the regular promo and 3 listings on the foil, where the market prices are around $15.50 and about $23 respectively. This one still commands some decent value, given that it plays for 2 different decks and overall is pretty strong. The Yumino Kesho crit and heal triggers that we got from early January, these ones have been seeing a rebound in value, and they seem to be running low on the market again. The crit, which is Rose, has 6 listings with a market price of around $3.50, and Popey, which is the heal trigger, is currently at $3 market price, but its base listing is now $5.50, higher than the crit triggers, which is very rare to see, and it's got 5 listings in comparison. So if you just wanted to pick these up, just keep in mind there aren't too many left on the market. And our last card for today is Broken Toys, which is primarily Tamayura support. And well, it's intended for Tamayura, given that you can only play it when you have it. But Broken Toys is still about a $6.50 to $7 card. It has its triple drive rare reprint and the original promo, but the original promo has been printed twice. So just keep that in mind. It's basically supposed to have double the listings in that case. But in this situation, it's got 1 less listing than the triple drive's rare. And overall, yeah, they're pretty aligned on their base price, but the rare has a market price closer to $6, while the original is $12.24. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.